Hi everyone, I'd like to take this opportunity to thank you all for your continued support throughout the year, and I'd like to wish you all a very peaceful and joyful Christmas and a very healthy and happy New Year for 2025. Hope you all have a wonderful Christmas. And the reason for today's video is I find every year right after Christmas that I need a couple of masculine birthday cards for family birthdays. And the inspiration for the card that I'm making today came from a video that I made a few weeks ago. They were Christmas candles that I made, and for anyone that hasn't seen it and might like to watch it, I link it up here. But it was one of the candles in particular that I just really liked, and it was this one. I just thought that was really beautiful. Just love it. Very simple, but I think it would make a beautiful card. So that's where my influence came from for today, for this card. Now, to begin with, I want to use just some of this mixed media paper, and it's an A5 sheet that I have just broken off there. So I'm using an A4 sheet of 300 GSM smooth white cardstock, and I want to score that in the centre and make my card base out of it. And to get the measurement that I need here, the A4 sheet is coming in at 11 3/4. So I just need to score it at 5, just over 5 3/4. I'm very sorry with the measurements, but it is 5 3/4, and then another maybe 2 little notches. So I'm just going to get my bone folder out of there and come in and just go past that there, and that should be about right. So I'm just going to give that a good scoring there. Fold it in half. So that gives me a nice card base, and it's a good heavy one as well. So that should be around right. And yeah, it is. And I want to work with this next. Let's just replace that. Pop this out of the way. And the next thing I want to do is work on that. So I'm coming in with my glass mat. Because like what I did with the tissue paper in the video, I'm working with a bit of water here, just along the edges. I'll use the other one. That one doesn't work great. So just kind of wetting all around the edge. May seem like a lot, but I want it to kind of soak in. Just giving that a minute to soak into the card. I just want to check it out now and see. I want it to be able to break apart, just like that. Want to get a rough edge all around. So let's see. There we go. Now, could probably achieve that without wetting it, but I just find it kind of tears more like I want if I have it wet. It weakens the fibres, I guess, in the card. May seem silly doing this, but the reason being is the thing I liked about the candle was all of it. I liked the kind of I guess dreamy effect of the torn sides all around. I just thought it was nice. So I want to try to recreate that if I can. That one mustn't have got very wet because it's not ripping well. This is much easier on this side. It just gives you a very natural kind of a, let's see. You see, if I tear that now, it'll tear where I don't want it to tear. That was the whole idea of, there's some water there of wetting it. Let's see. Just give that a second. Yeah, that's better now. Yeah, that's fine. So, just want to come in and dry that off. So I have a choice now of whether I want to work on the smooth side of this card, or there's like a textured side here. And anybody that watches me regularly, I guess already knows I'm going to go for the rough textured side because I just like that kind of a look. So the next thing I want to do is I'm coming in with just an A4 sheet of photocopy paper, and I want to tear it, and I'm going to do that a couple of times just to get different finishes, you know. So I'm going to come up here first, and I'm going to be using this Distress Oxide ink, and it's the Spruce. So just want to find the correct brush for that. Let's see. I could do with taking these brushes away over Christmas and giving them a good, maybe it's that one, giving them a good wash and clean them up. That's a grey. Sorry, I have another tin of them here. I'm a bit disorganized. Oh, hold on, it could be. I'm going to have to do a couple of test runs on this, I think. That looks a bit too green, does it? Yeah, I think actually this one will do. So, gonna just pop that down just to hold it. And I'm very excited. I know my son has got me the Tim Holtz mixed media mat for Christmas. Well, he asked me what I wanted and that was what I said. So fingers crossed. I'm really looking forward to getting that, using it in the new year. Now, so we just ink that up, and I want to come in. And the reason I'm turning the paper this way as opposed to going that way is because I want the ink to be on top of the hills. It's just to give the impression that there's snow. If I go the other way, it'll make the hills green. So let's see, I'm just moving that over, and there we go. And I'm going to come in now with this one. And I can see by looking at that ink that this brush wasn't the correct one, but look, it's fine. Like I said, I'm going to give them all major overhaul anyway, hopefully, over the next week or so. And I'll have this one, I guess. Yeah. Just trying to, because I made a mistake there at the start, I'm trying to get rid of that. Yeah, that looks okay. I'm going to just come back over on this one. So now what am I doing? It would have been this. Confusing myself. As I say, I'd confuse a nation. But anyway, just to get the same colour going throughout. Not that it matters that much, I guess, but yeah. Yeah, that's better. Now then. Next thing I want to do is I want to pop down a moon. I have this piece of, it's just a piece of acetate that I cut out myself into a circle. I want to put the moon up, but I just want the top of the moon as though it's rising, I guess. So I'm going to pop that piece of card back there. And I'm just going to place the moon here. And that way you won't get the end of it in, which is what I'm looking for. So I just want to see what colour I'm going to use for that now. Let's pop the lid back on the eye spruce. Yeah, and I think that the obvious one is the squeezed lemonade. So just grabbing a yellow brush there. Just making sure that's in the correct position, and yeah, maybe around there. So I'm just starting in the middle there on the acetate and working my way out. And I don't need to go back into the ink. So it's darkest just around the edge of the circle, and then getting more faded as I work out. So we're into Christmas week now, and I'm looking forward to it. I love Christmas. It's nice having the family around. Now, so let's take that off, and that's what we end up with. And yeah, I'm quite pleased with that. I always get a bit of ink where I don't want it. I'm messy, I guess, but look, it's good fun. Just popping that away. Now the next thing I want to do is I want to, and I know there was no sun on this particular one, but I just wanted to add it in. So it's the trees. So what I used for that was these beautiful Lavinia Stamps, and they're the small pine trees. And also then I've got Pippen, mini Pippen, who I just love. And this particular card is for my brother-in-law, who just, I know he loves the hares. So I guess that's the rhyme and reasoning behind it. And I want to see first if I can just, where am I? I'm just wetting this tissue, and I want to see if I can come in and just pick that up. Should be able to remove some of it. I'd say it wasn't that bad, was it? Yeah, there we go. The water would fade it anyway. Perfect. So, coming in with an acrylic block. And I want to pop my trees down. And let's see, I'll start with the tall one, I think. Just about fits. And I'm going to use the VersaFine Claire in the Nocturne. yeah, looking forward to getting my mat, my new mat. It'll do away, hopefully, with all of this. Now, again, I need to find my, where am I? My paper, yep. So just want the silhouette of that. Where the moon is. I think it'll be nice. Yeah. So it's important to line it up properly so that they look like they're sitting where you want them. So that's my first bundle of trees. Next I want to, yeah, it was that one. Let's get the correct position again with that. And I think we'll change it down to another one of the, maybe the middle-sized one. Let's pop you there. Let's just have a look at what I've got there now. And yeah, I think I'll come down maybe and put another bit down further. So it's the same one again, isn't it? This one, yeah. And I think I'm going to come in and use the smaller tree for that. Oops. Just try not to move it too much. Yeah, I'm quite pleased with that. So, just want to wipe off the stamp. So, popping those aside, excuse me, I've had a bit of a cold. Well, I had a very bad cold all last week, chest infection and what have you. I'm still a bit hoarse, so excuse me for that. I do feel much better though. Had the antibiotic and the whole lot. Excuse me. So the next thing, I'm thinking it's a bit white down there and I'm not loving it. So I've decided that I want to pop another bit of ink down here. And let's see. Yeah, maybe use that bit there and come back in with the eye spruce. And my brush, yeah. I do want to leave a piece down in the end for stamping the happy birthday. But there we go, let's work with that. And there we go. So I want to come in next with mini Pippen. What did I do with you? There you go. Let's have a play first and see where I'd like to put you. I will need him grounded though. Maybe I should put him up there altogether. Yeah, but I want you to be able to see him. Sorry, I'm kind of talking to myself here, but yeah, let's pop him down. I'm just looking for my ink. So again, just the Nocturne I'm going to use. I don't want too many colours going on, just want to keep it kind of neutral. So coming in, and I just want to stamp him roughly off first. Yeah, just making sure he's inked up properly, because I'm not using the stamping platform and I'm only going to get the one go. So let's come in, not think too much about it, and just pop him down there. Perfect. Yeah, that's nice. He's very, very cute. So I want to just ground him a little bit. So I'm very lightly going to just go under him there. And I'm not going to bring it the whole way across. Just maybe to there. Yeah, I might need to just finish it off. Just bring it into the other hill, I guess. Where was the sheet of paper from that? Yeah, there we go. Oh, I'm really liking that. It's a lovely scene. It would make a beautiful Christmas card as well, but it's not. As I said, it's a birthday card. So I have two options now here with my happy birthdays. They're just 2 stamps that are in my stash. So I've got the happy birthday, this one, and then I've got happy birthday just a bit more ornate, I guess. What I'm going to do is pop them down. I'm going to do them down here. Just want to see which one will look best. Yeah, and I'm liking this one, I think. So let's go with that. Let's just pop you onto the acrylic block. And again in the Nocturne. And again, I just want to give it, excuse me, a trial run first. I haven't used that one in a while. Yeah. There we go. Just coming in here in the corner. Just give it a nice press down. Don't squash it too hard. And there we go. That's exactly what I want. So just doing a bit of a clean up now again. And I'm going to come back in with my card base. So let's just see. First of all, I'm going to pop a bit of double-sided tape onto the back of that. So I'm going to use this one. And somebody been asking me recently where I got the wide tape. Well, I have, this one comes from a shop in Limerick called Silks. And it's a fairly big roll for $4.50. It's great value, I think. My husband picks this one up somewhere. I think it's Newcastle West in some stationery shop. And that one is very good value as well. But, excuse me. I'm not sure what the name of that shop is. But I do like the wider tapes. I just find that they, you know, they hold it well, I guess, is what it is. Especially if you're putting any embellishments on. Now, I know this isn't embellished, but if you've got embellishments at all, you kind of need something that sticks well. You don't want your front of your card falling off. Let's see. Oops. Just coming back in now with that. And I could have inked the edges. I'm not going to. I just like it the way it is, the way the candle was, I guess. Let's just pop that down, and I want it, back of that is clean. Just to give it a press. So there we go. So that is my finished card. As you can see, the textured card is beautiful. I'm really pleased with how that's turned out, and I hope you've enjoyed watching. If you have, please like and subscribe. And again, I'd like to take this opportunity to wish you all a very happy Christmas and a wonderful New Year. Let's hope it's a good one for everyone. So thank you so much for your continued support throughout the year, and have a wonderful holiday.